Hey, what is up guys? ichibadass here, and tonight I am going to be walking you guys through how to set up an artificial tarantula island. So, I'm going to chop down all the trees. I don't believe any insects spawn on the coconut trees. Not entirely sure about the stumps, but I'll come back to that one and dig up the stump in a moment after I chop down everything. Now, fun little fact, if you're ever concerned about breaking your tools during the process of clearing the island or not bringing in a brand new net or anything, you're actually able to buy from Wilbur for 100 Nook Miles any of the different tools that you may need while you're here. It still kind of sucks if you roll a bamboo island, however, because a bamboo island does not provide you with the better quality pieces of wood that would allow you to create a steel axe to actually fully chop down stuff. And that's honestly not really an issue either. The bamboo does not have bug spawn on it until spring. So depending on your current hemisphere, which I'm recording this in the northern hemisphere, you don't have to worry about that at the moment, depending on what your hemisphere is. And you can just leave the bamboo up. Only issue is, again, when you leave assets on the map that potentially obstructs your ability to see the tarantula, that can be gently frustrating, but should typically not be an issue whatsoever. You usually only get 2 insect spawns, upwards of 4, depending on whether or not you went AFK for a couple of moments during the spawn cycle. And while you're running, you're only gonna have at most, like literally, if you're doing this right, this should only take about like 45 minutes. 30 to 45 minutes, depending on the conditions of the deserted island that you've arrived on. For example, if it was raining, you would have 1 less spawn and not have to worry about the tiger beetles. This island right here is alright. I mean, it's really pretty with the waterfall. It is mostly flat. It is only a 2-tier island. I'll also be using my polearm to like navigate this island, plus the ladder to get up here on the second side, but it's still good enough to set up my artificial tarantula spawn because of I already have plenty of flat area that tarantulas can spawn on, and I'll be able to catch the tarantulas without becoming too incredibly frustrated with going up and down after being knocked out. We got some stink bugs spawning on the is it hyacinths? Alright, I'm gonna drop all my crap, which is kind of sad because, like, the wood is valuable. All this stuff has value. So even if I wasn't using this island as a tarantula farming island, I could still take this back as like, hey, I got additional clumps of weed, which I just planted one. I got, some coconuts that I can like give to friends or whatever. I do have enough like wood and stuff to like replace any tools. I actually want that weed back so I can fix my face really quick. I feel like we did. I just didn't break it. No, we did not do this rock. So the emperor butterfly, after it despawns, I don't think it'll spawn again. Like, this is a newer island, deserted island. Because there is a butterfly island that is really nice and chill. You get half the amount of bells for just capturing nothing but emperor butterflies, but at the same time, it's half the value. It's a lot more chiller. Gonna break our rock. Thank you. Drop my stone. Now at this point, it's hunting time. And this will take approximately like 30 minutes. Fill up my inventory with tarantulas. Because you just go around and you despawn the current bugs, which is partially annoying. Is I gotta go here, potentially check for warfroaches. Also, this backside of the island is a problem because I could run into I could potentially just run into a tarantula that spawns back there. Take you with me. So there's a tiger beetle right there. Second there, I thought I saw something down the beach. There's our tarantula. So we're gonna do red light, green light. When he rears up his legs, he says nah. So you just creep a little bit closer. And not like actually creep, because you can hold down the A button while you have a net in your hand to, like, you know, sneak up on like insects like this. I'm gonna get you, fish. I'm gonna catch you with my net. Kind of would think actually you'd be able to catch things with your net. Essentially, this is what I'm gonna be doing for the next like 25-30 minutes, give or take. It's just running around, capturing spooters, maybe put on some like Benny Hill or something, and constantly despawning stuff. You want to drop the spawns of the warfroaches and the tiger beetles, and it'll constantly rotate between the 3 potential insect spawns. Warfroaches only spawn on the rocks near the shore. Tarantulas prefer to spawn on just this flat area here. Albeit I've seen them like on the beach. I feel like they spawn in a legal location and then they just like walk over there down by the water. Why, I'm not really sure. I've seen some really weird things. Them spawning up here, they will despawn, they will try to chase you, and then just if they clip on anything, it forces the tarantulas to despawn. They will also run and commit suicide in the water sometimes. Why? I don't know. That's why you teach your kids how to swim. But I guess swimming tarantulas would be far more terrifying than the tarantulas already are currently in Animal Crossing, given the circumstances. But yeah, this is pretty much what this is going to consist of. It's just running around, despawning stuff, catching tarantulas. I'll show, like I said, the end yield of my buggeronis, and I might as well actually show one additional way to go about catching the spooters. I don't think this is a good spot, but you can make this diamond shape with holes, and it's a really terrible strat. Because you see this little pocket, this little pathing right here on the bottom right hand side. Okay, just zoom in. You see this right there? Spooter can walk through that. I've seen it where he just like runs around in circles like he's like confused, and then he just like hops through it. You're able to do the same kinda, like you got a spooter chasing you, you like run into the corner and then you hop here, whip out your net, and then, you know, catch him. It kind of sucks. I rather just run them in a circle, preferably long straightaways, try my luck with the timing, and then catch the tarantula. Or if you just creep up on them and play red light, green light, then that method is pretty decent. Yeah, this island is actually alright. The Bamboo Island is pretty awesome. It's funny though when somebody actually gets a Bamboo Island, because they typically run into issues where they run out of wood, which I guess is not really funny, but it sucks, right? Because you only get 4 coconut trees on the island that you could potentially get the wood that you need to recraft your tools. And, you know, like I mentioned, it's not really a negative against you anyways, having the bamboo still on the board. It just obstructs your ability to see the bamboo is the problem. Goodbye, rock. That's not traditional. Goodbye, centipede. And back to catching all the things. Remember how I was talking about there being typically 2 insect spawns at once, and it's gonna be like, it rolls into like 2 tarantulas. This is a very unfortunate example of what could possibly happen if you like to run the tarantulas instead of playing the red light, green light game with them. So here we are towards the end of the video now, after spending more than 60 minutes collecting, let me see here, 30 tarantulas. I kind of screwed around a little bit with trying to fish up the fish at top of the river up here, because on river cliff tops you can actually catch a stringfish, which is one of the remaining fishes for the current season that I need to get in the northern hemisphere. So I was actually really excited that I caught a stringfish to add to my museum collection. Additionally, I still need to catch one more tarantula and I'll pretty much be done with this artificial tarantula run. And you know, the time will vary how long it actually takes you to finish farming up the islands, because there's so many different variants. Well, not really variants, but there's a good variety of islands that are better for tarantulas. There's some islands that are worse for tarantulas. There's, you know, just getting constantly knocked out by said tarantulas. And, you know, so give or take the RNG, you know, and whether or not you actually get a full-on tarantula island too. Because the tarantula islands, man, you get a tarantula island, it goes by so fast from what I've been told with those who've actually been so fortunate enough to actually get the true tarantula islands. I've only had the artificial tarantula islands from doing this. It's actually the first time I got it on this island. I've done it on the bamboo island, which is fairly annoying. And when you get a rainy island, man, rainy islands are noticeably a lot faster for farming up your little tarantula friends. Now, I'm also not going to get rid of my ladder or vaulting pole. I could catch a couple more tarantulas, just, you know, and dump those. But at this point, I'm like, I'll swap out the emperor butterfly for my last tarantula, which I just got right here. And then we'll take a look at my collection of friendos, because I believe I have 134 tarantulas at home. So this is an additional 34, which would bring me up to 168 spooter friends in my collection. So here we go. I'm back home, and you can see my wonderful collection of tarantulas and my unfortunate collection of rotten turnips. Sad story there. Apparently, if you visit a friend in Europe to buy their turnips, going, you know, if you're still in Saturday, but they're in Sunday. Well, actually, technically, we were both in Sunday, because it was like 2 o'clock in the morning for me, Eastern time. Visited Chiswick in Finland, bought a bunch of turnips, and they spoil once you transitioned into the next day because the game thinks that you were time traveling. So I lost about nearly 150,000 bells worth of turnips. Really sucks. On the bright side, I got more than like 1 million bells and spiders. This is what I have them. I make my wall, and I just add them all to my collection. The ones up here, there's 100 tarantulas, and then all the other ones are here in the back. But I hope you enjoyed this video talking about making our artificial tarantula island, please leave a like, leave some comments in the comment section if there's anything that you think I could have done better or might have left out in regards to making an artificial tarantula island, and consider becoming a subscriber. By subscribing to my channel, you can be notified when I create more videos like this one. So anyways, guys, stay absolutely amazing. I do stream on Twitch 5 days a week. You can find a link in the channel description, which is just simply twitch.tv/ichibadass, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.